membership, and then it's like $10 like a quart. You have to reserve to play.
Beans. I'd maybe do it though. Yeah, consider it.
We're live right now, guys. What's going on? It is another Thursday night and another live stream from NFR Podcast. Lou and I were just speaking about how tennis season is almost over. Lou and I and the boys have been junking tennis for the past couple of weeks, and it's getting a bit chilly in Montreal, and you know what that means, Lou. In the next month or so, we're going to see some snow on the ground, so...
Tonight's the first cold night, bro, in a while.
But I like
Tonight
it, though.
It was chilly.
I like it, though. I like the 15, 14, talking about Celsius, of course, not Fahrenheit, so... It's always nice to be able to wear a hoodie and just chill outside. But let me know, guys, what is your favorite season? All four of them. And do you guys even get winter? Let me know.
But yeah, as always, guys, much love to everyone that's in here. Another Thursday night, another hot take stream. Another night of new music as well. We got a new Drake song coming out featuring SZA tonight.
Yes, sir.
Potentially a new Playboi Carti song featuring Travis Scott.
Yes, sir.
Nas and Hit Boy coming with their last installment of their partnership as rapper-producer. That's going to be Magic 3.
Yes,
album
sir.
reaction going down at 10 p.m. Eastern. Doing it earlier tonight on Patreon. Link in the description if you guys want to join. But much love to everyone that's in here. I see some members popped in. We have Kita Reviews. We got Jaron in here. And a bunch of people. What's up, Phenom, Carl, Carantos, Ford, Xenia, George Floyd, Art Varad, Noble One, Calvin the Gentleman, a bunch of people rolling in. And yeah, guys, as always, we're going to answer your hot takes. We're going to talk about this new music. And we actually have some pre-super chats to get to.
Yes, we do. What's going on, Low F? I hope you're doing well tonight. Low's a big OG in the community. Much love from the entire team. And you said top 5 Rome Street projects and the new Zell Kenny is fire. I've heard good things about it. I saw the snippet go up. Sean K reposted it on his story. I just didn't get to it. As far as top 5 Rome Street projects, I mean, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I maybe only gone
Have
through...
I even heard 5 Rome Streets albums? I mean,
that's the thing.
fuck.
Listen, Lo, this is what I would say if I have to be completely honest with you. See if you can maybe send me...
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff from like 2018, 2019 that I haven't tapped into. But my favorite ones that I have listened to, Death and the Magician is probably still my favorite solo album from Rome.
I'll give you my top 3. How
then
about
I would
that?
go after Death and the Magician.
Coup de Grace.
Yeah, I'm talking about solo albums though. I would go Death and the Magician. I'd go Kiss the Ring, and then Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, or just Wasn't Built in a Day. Those would be my my favorite 3 that I have heard.
All right.
You?
I would say, well, including collaboration albums, Coup de Grace, of course, with Ransom, Kiss the Ring, and then after that, Death and the Magician. That was a really underrated project in 2021.
Yeah.
Didn't that crack your top 10 of the year list? Was it
didn't
something?
crack it, but that was the album that put me
Yeah.
on to Rome before he got signed to Griselda.
Because I remember you were speaking about it in a previous recording a couple of years ago. But
Yeah, that's a serious album.
all right, let's go on to Levi Turner, one of the biggest OGs in the community. I hope you're doing well tonight. And you sent 2 back-to-back super chats. And by the way, guys, thank you to anyone that sends in super chats tonight. It is much appreciated. Helps us out a bunch, and we absolutely love you guys. So you said Nazir could have been a top 2 Nas album if Ye didn't rush it. What do you mean? Those were some of my favorite beats of his career. That's my biggest what if in hip-hop. I think that's a steamy hot take. I don't think it was written, and I think that Illmatic are absolute locks. Doesn't matter in which order you have them in. Regardless, he still has incredible albums like God's Son, for example, even Nas. Then after that, you even want to look at Stillmatic. I mean, he has a stacked catalog.
Why are we downplaying the Nazir album? I mean, this is always something that I see all the time in the community, that people feel like it was rushed or it didn't really live up to expectations. Like, you have killer songs in there like White Label. You have Simple Things, the outro, which is beautiful. You have Cops Shot the Kid. And the production is amazing all
Adam
throughout.
and Eve as well in there. There's a lot of quality.
I don't get it.
there.
Like, don't try to tell me that King's Disease or Magic 2 are better than Nazir, because we're going to have a problem there if that's where we get to.
I agree with you.
That's
You know what?
tier.
I will say this. I do think even Nazir stacks up against the second and third installment of KD.
I don't know if
I swear to you, bro. The project is concise. Kanye West production all the way throughout. Fantastic writing. Great song concepts. I don't know what you're missing from the project. I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying that it's in that league for me. It is. And I can honestly say that.
It's somewhere around there. I still put the KD 2 and 3 and the first Magic above Nazir. But yeah, it's still upper echelon for later Nas, for sure.
Why do you think it gets the criticism that it does?
I guess because it's Kanye and Nas. People expected another Illmatic, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Listen,
At the
anyways,
end of the day, you do have a song like Bonjour, which is not everyone's favorite, and I get it. That's a bit of a sleepier track. Apart from that, everything is a bit of a long fest. So when you have a couple of tracks that are iffy on a 7-song album, I get why you have some concerns. That's why I don't have it on the KD level of KD 2 and 3. But it's still a really fire album that gets slept on. But next up, Levi also said, I'm so damn excited for the JID Metro album, but I'm thinking a James Blake produced JID album might be the most forward-thinking project of the 2020s.
that could be very true.
There's an idea.
There's an idea. I don't know how it would sound for a full track list.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to think about it. It has to be an extension of maybe like 14 to 16 songs, right?
Didn't James Blake produce System?
And I believe also, I'm not sure if he produced Stars. I know he did System.
Yeah, I don't think he did Stars. He might have done System. Let's see.
No, he did do System. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I know he was featured. I just don't know if he actually.
Oh, he's in the
You see, no, he didn't do System.
What did he
It was
do?
Hollywood Cole, Christo, and Yuli.
What did he do then?
Let's see, James Blake.
No, I think he was only featured on
That's why I
System.
don't think he's ever produced for JID,
That's interesting.
unless I'm wrong. So yeah, I mean that would be cool.
That would be interesting. All right,
Yeah.
let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to Jalen Hurts fan. Much love to you, major OG in the community. And you said rank How to Love, Valentina, Glimpse of Us, and Earthquake. Okay, very interesting. I'm a big fan of How to Love, actually. I really like that song.
There's
though.
just better songs on here though. What's your ranking though? What do you go?
I go number 1, Earthquake. Hold on.
I'm gonna
Is it-
go number 1 Earthquake. I'm gonna go number 2 Valentina, 3 How to Love, and 4 Glimpse of Us by Joji. That'll be my ranking.
I would do. Okay, I would do number 1 Earthquake. That's for sure. Number 2, I would do Valentine. I would do How to Love, and then Glimpse of Us. That's probably my ranking.
I was
as
listening actually, just talking about Cardi on Earthquake. To Summer Bummer. Did you ever hear that? Lana Del Rey.
Well. Oh
Cardi
yes,
and Rocky.
Yes, I have. Did you see that from an
So-
IG reel? Did that prompt you to go back and see it?
No, honestly, no. I revisited it just like that, going through Cardi stuff and crazy, bro. How like his ad libs sound so good while she's just singing her heart out. You're like, what a fucking weird combination this is, but it just sounds right.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to the Phenom. Hope you're doing well today, my brother, major OG in the community. And he said, hey, guys, how are you? Much love to you. He said, I never saw a review for Magic 2 from you. What are your thoughts of it? And are you hyped for number 3? Keep up the good work. So, yeah, if you guys are not familiar with why we didn't do the Magic 2 review, we were actually in Miami, and it was not possible for us to get the review done for that weekend. And then we came back in, and it was just straight into the Utopia rollout. So we were only going to be able to get that review out in 3 weeks. And he said, well, it might be a little outdated. So what we did is that we spoke about it in content. And then after that, the live album reaction is there for you guys. So we did go through the project and gave our in-depth thoughts. But for this Magic 3, I think we're going to be dropping the review for
Most
this
likely,
week.
yeah. Most likely we will. I mean, honestly, the thing with Magic 2 also is that it just felt so forgettable. And to give you my thoughts on it, I think it's the weakest installment out of the Nas and Hit Boy run. I think that you're getting, some of the worst writing that Nas has ever given us on a record, talking about how golden his scrotum is and dropping random Bryan Cranston references that don't have anything to do with the tracks. And there's even one song, I think it's called, hold on, I have to pull it up.
When was the last time you went through Magic 2?
Today. I went through it today.
And
It's still mid, bro. It's still a mid album. I think it was Bokeem Woodbine.
yeah.
And that song, like, he's talking about like doing a magic trick with the King of Diamonds, and you're like, are you that like out of ideas?
Yeah.
Is that where we got into? It just felt like an album full of leftovers to me.
That's very true.
And now, let me ask you this: are you worried that this Magic 3 is coming so soon after such a poorly executed album that it might fall under the same fate?
I
Do you
think
that's the
I think
case?
they were expecting a lot more reception after Magic 2 maybe. So it's like, well, okay, let's try again with
Make
Magic
up for
3.
it.
Let's make up for it with some better tracks. But at this point, it's like, are you kind of scraping the barrel after the sessions, right? And like, what's coming out of this?
And
I don't think it's a KD3 or KD2 situation, or even the first installment of Magic.
it's funny because before Magic 2, I was on the side of like, as long as they can keep bringing up the heat, I'm fucking here for it. And you were sort of already checked out a little bit. And after Magic 2, I'm like, you know what? Maybe they should pump the brakes.
Yeah,
So
they should.
we'll see. We'll see.
Because it's too
Tonight's
good to
the
be true.
test.
It's too good to be true, right? Like, I think all good things come to an end. they have had an incredible run. It was just beautiful to see the renaissance of, Nas coming back into the game and having such a beautiful run with Hit Boy. I think the quality that they delivered since 2020 has just been absolutely fantastic. From KD2, KD3, Magic, even the first installment of KD was great as well. But, I knew what was going to happen. And I felt it a bit on KD3. Not that the project wasn't great or anything. It was an Album of the Year contender. But I was like, well, I could see how I could kind of check out after another album of this. It's just how many times are you going to go back and eat the same cut of steak, right? And felt, leaving satisfied, if that makes sense to you. That's kind of the way that I felt about it. And then you get Magic 2, and you start to realize, well, not only is it not up to par with the previous efforts, but, it just feels recyclable. It just feels like they kind of got to a dead end with the albums and the studio albums. And you know what? If they want to give us one last one before they call it quits, salute. I think it was a fantastic run.
At the end of the day, they made history. To me, they really proved to be one of the best rapper-producer duos of the last decade or so, without a doubt.
But this is the thing,
without a doubt.
This is my only complaint now, is that if you drop another mid-project next to everything else, well, that's two of them out of a 6 album run.
That's not that bad. When like 3 of those are like serious Album of the Year contenders for those years, that's a historic run. I don't care.
It is an historic run. I'm just saying is that it does kind of bring the totality down a bit. You have to hold them to that standard. We've done it for other artists.
That goes with anything. Yeah.
It goes with anything. If your last 2 efforts aren't up to par and you end up on a sour note, well, then it's like, sheesh, you guys could have ended it at KD3 and called it a day, and it would have been absolutely incredible. But nonetheless, history in the making tonight, guys. End of an era. Magic 3 live album reaction is going to be going down at 10 p.m. Eastern time. But let's continue on with this. Let's go on to Carl Wagner. Much love to you, brother. Major OG in the community. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your day. And you said Harry Mack is one of the best rappers of 2023. He mainly freestyles, but if he ever starts writing/recording songs, he'll be running the entire rap game. Now listen, I don't doubt that Harry Mack is a fantastic freestyler. But I will say this, the whole notion of the greatest spitters can make the best rap music, in my opinion, doesn't hold weight. And I'll explain to you why. Rapping is obviously an extremely important component of making studio albums. And yes, I think the craziest of spitters have been, golden to this era and have been, just so rare to see. And I'd love to see more of them come through. But when you have like these lyrical miracle guys that come through and on the music side of things, it doesn't hold up to the writing, I feel like it kind of creates an empty feeling to the music, and I'm not necessarily here for that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, I've loved Harry Mack's content where he just goes on the street, asks random people to give him words, and will create these really creative freestyles on the spot. So I think what he's been doing on a freestyle level has been super fucking impressive, and I haven't heard a single actual song from Harry Mack. So will it be good? I don't know. Would I like to see it? Sure.
I'd like to see it, but
so
I'm just saying,
it could be good.
But the notion of that he will run the game.
Oh yeah, that's
a bit
of a
too
stretch.
Yeah, that's a stretch to say.
Yeah,
and it usually doesn't necessarily work out too well. Some of the times with freestylers,
I disagree. You look at Meek Mill, Eminem; they came from battle rap and freestyling, and like look at where they went to. So,
but those are 2 examples of a whole generation of battle rappers. That's kind of like the way that I see it.
Yeah.
Besides them and Tech Nine, I mean,
my whole thing is that
tough.
Harry Mack is like he's getting up there age-wise, and like doesn't even seem to have an interest for like actual studio recordings and that whole thing.
Because I think maybe it's just working well for him. Like some artists can't even battle rap. It's a completely different skill on its own.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Just my opinion. But okay, let's go on to Alex. Oh my goodness, it is always nice to see you here, man. Major OG in the community. Thank you so much, bro. I can't remember the last time you weren't in a live stream, man. Absolutely
man.
Incredible. He said, glad SZA returned Drake the favor after Mr. Right Now. So, the return of SZA in 2023 is going to be happening on a Drake album, out of all albums. And it's quite interesting because Lou and I were having this conversation today. This could possibly break the internet. Could possibly just break everything.
This could be a fucking instant debut #1. Everyone's fucking talking about it. Everyone's playing it. And listen, I'm intrigued. I mean, obviously, they have a history, not a musical history. But I was just thinking, like, it could be cool if they actually dive into what their relationship was like back in 2008. That could make for an interesting, like, love dynamic. take us back in time, fucking 10+ years ago. That could be cool. But nonetheless, I hope that it's not bubblegum. I hope that it's not some poppy shit. I'm really hoping to see SZA rap the way that she did on Smoking on My Ex Pack. Like
Well,
that would be cool. That would surprise us if she's rapping on the song. That's why I want to see it.
But even at that, even if she wasn't, I do think that SZA's an incredible vocalist and that she's so intentional with her music. Incredibly intentional with her music. And even when she pops out for features, she ends up stealing the fucking show every single time she does. And I do think that her and Drake would have an incredible dynamic. I'm not sure why this didn't happen sooner, to be quite honest with you. So listen, this is what I'm saying. This could be an incredible note to start off this rollout.
It could
I'm
be.
just saying.
It's an interesting choice.
It is.
It's an
It is an
interesting
interesting
choice.
choice because he is taking you back to the old Drake. Technically, he's taking you there. It could be on some like, look what you've done sort of vibes, maybe. Who knows? Camera's gone. You know, that sort of like take care sort of Drake.
Some From Time vibes or some Get It Together vibes. Who knows?
Because that's the thing
Nice
that I'm.
duets.
Yes, absolutely. Whenever Drake links up with a female vocalist, it always slaps. I can't remember the last time it wasn't good.
Let's try to
about
actually think about that because
Think
he
about it.
hasn't worked with. Well, the last time was the
CLB.
Fountains, Thames.
Thames.
That was
Fantastic.
great. When was the other last time after that?
I mean, you
Her
go to
Lost was nobody.
no Darkline Demo Tapes. There was no one.
No.
Care Package. There was Can I with Beyonce. W.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
What did you have in Scorpion?
You had City Girls on In My Feelings.
Yeah, I think that was even a sample. So I don't know if you count that. 2017. Yeah, you got to take it back to like Get It Together. Yeah.
I'm telling
He's
you,
never missed
there
a
is
female
potential
vocalist, yeah.
tonight. There
There
is
is.
potential tonight. So guys, you better believe it. And by the way, we're going to be talking about that single and a new video that's going to be dropping tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. So yeah, let's see where it goes, Alex. But let's go on to Spencer. Hope you're doing well tonight, my brother. Thank you so much for coming in. And you said Lemonhead / Juggernaut are the best songs on Call Me If You Get Lost. When was the last time? I don't agree with you, but when was the last?
the two worst songs, Loki?
Actually, our brother Josh from Sony sent us a beautiful version of the estate sale, the deluxe version in vinyl. It's gorgeous. I'd love to actually put it up next to some new vinyls that we actually got in. It's time to maybe switch them around a bit. So,
Yeah, so what do you take off though? Like the KOD.
a written testimony.
Nice.
I
Probably
think,
a written testimony is the easy
and even
one.
KOD's been up there for a minute too.
That's true.
I would honestly, I would switch out everything.
Everything, the faces though, is like that's become a staple. It's had its longest run on the shelf. Bro.
Really, you think so? That's been it.
Of course, it's been the longest run. It hasn't
even
moved
over
since
Blonde?
It's gone there. It's never moved.
Wow, it's very true.
Faces has never moved.
You know what? Shout out to fucking Mac Miller, bro.
Look
There's
how-
no way.
look how
Yeah, you
artsy
can't.
it is,
you
bro. You
can't.
can't take that off.
You can't. No. We can't take off.
It's gonna kill the
faces.
vibe if you take that shit off.
No,
Come
bro.
on.
It looks nice next to the Don Julio bottles as well, next to the YouTube Plex. We actually have a fucking we have a nice studio,
It's a
bro.
very nice studio.
It is very nice.
Everyone always asks for the studio tour. We have to give it to you guys at some point.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We gotta
But
do
okay,
that.
let's
But
continue.
Yeah, let's keep on going.
well,
Lemonhead and Juggernaut.
No,
though,
I disagree with you.
not the best songs. I mean, these are like the least Tyler the Creator-esque songs. More trendy, more modern. Pharrell's verse on Juggernaut was not it. Lemonhead is cool. It's all right. It's a good 42 Doug verse. It's just I don't need Tyler on that.
Not my thing. If I had to give it to you, I think Massa is definitely up there on the best. I think I've always been a big fan of Wilshire, and probably go Corso as well. Lumberjack, Hot Wind Blows. There's definitely
That's it.
much
Literally
better.
every other song is better. than those two-
Absolutely.
those
But I
on
understand why
album.
people like them, especially maybe the younger generation. But okay, Crusty Water, probably the toughest question I will be asked all night, and I
Top
think for
5
animals,
Wow.
top 5 animals. Okay, I think horses is a lock for me in there.
Horse is a lock for you.
Majestic, beautiful horses, so intelligent, just like incredible.
I would say I'd go with monkeys, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I've always been fascinated by monkeys. I think it's probably because they're the animal that's the closest to us as humans.
that's very true.
You
They have
so-
incredible strength as well.
Yeah.
Incredible strength.
Incredible strength, flexibility, agility. Like they're beasts for sure. Monkeys, dogs, obviously man's best friend.
Can't go wrong with dogs.
Yeah, you have to go with dogs.
What else do you got?
What else would I go with? I mean, I'm a big fan of speed, so maybe cheetahs. Cheetahs are beautiful animals.
I love grizzly bears.
Mm.
Love grizzly bears. Just
You
fucking
don't want to be
ferocious.
fucking face to face with one, but I mean,
Yeah, but they're incredible, majestic animals as well.
They are.
What else would I would say? Something that's a bit more original. What could I go with? That's a bit more original.
What else?
You know what? I've always admired jaguars.
Yeah.
Like black jaguars, gorgeous animals.
It's fire.
Gorgeous animals. You ever see like a video of a jaguar in the sun? Like it's like beaming blue almost
Yeah.
with their black coat. It looks absolutely incredible.
Beautiful. Other animals.
So we have horses, we have monkeys, we have bears,
I said cheetahs.
cheetahs, jaguars, and then what else? What else could we say?
Oh, that's 5 right there. That's 5
Yeah,
right
I guess
there.
that's a collective
Yeah,
top
that's
5
a collective
list.
5. There you go. All right, let's keep on going. Alex with the next super chat. Much love for sending another one, brother. We appreciate you. You said LP kind of sounds like Fat Joe sometimes, or is it me? Yeah, kind of. Kind of.
Maybe with the cadence, but even at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because they make such polar opposite music, but I mean, inflections wise, low key, you're onto something, Alex. You're onto something there.
All right, let's
but
continue
next up
going
we
on
have
with this.
SO Shade, another big OG, always rolling through the live streams. Thanks for being here, brother. You said you think Barter 16 is dropping tonight. This is another album that, you know, we just got fucking lied. We got to hold the L, I think, with Barter 16.
You think so? You think it's
I'm
over?
ready to hold and grasp that fucking L.
You
The
think
same way
it's
that I
over?
did for Rocky.
Think it's all? You think it's over?
Yeah, bro. The guy keeps saying it's dropping and it doesn't drop.
It's gonna drop though.
Like every single passing week. Yeah, it's coming out this Friday. Yeah, I'm dropping it by the end of the week. Yeah, my ass.
you don't think it's happening?
No. You?
No. Not yet, at least. I think it's gonna end up
I
coming.
don't need it though. Like,
I think it would be interesting though.
it'd be cool, sure, but like I'm not craving
always down for
new
new
Uzi
music.
music.
But I'm always
Just
down for
dropped.
it.
I'm down. I'm just saying you just dropped.
Give you
I-
like
I-
20.
I-
how many,
I'll
how many
still
songs
run
is the
through
Pink
Flood
Tape
of the
again?
Face.
26 songs again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
It's still gonna take you another year to digest all of those. That's for sure. If you choose to digest them.
If you choose to digest them, that's for sure. But okay, let's go on to Trevor Miller. Much love to you, brother. You said 21 Savage always has exactly one bar in every song or feature that makes me laugh. He never fails me. Yeah, I agree. I always get that. The rinky dink bar and the creeping verse just gets me every single time.
Yeah, that's a good one. Or even like, I got her skim. She thinks she Kim K. Like just like some random ass bars. You're like, all right, 21. All right, man. The Pop Tart bars as well.
Yeah,
What was that on? Was that Till Further Notice? The Pop Tart line? I think so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Listen, 21 as cringy and as funny some of the lines are. He does have clever one-liners too. On Her Loss, he had a lot of
Yes, he
clever
does.
ones too. With like
Where do you think his best one-liners were in display on an album?
best one-liners on an album.
Just consistency all the way through.
I'd probably go with, because I mean, Savage Mode wasn't really about one-liners.
It was a darker tone.
It was darker. It was
more
about the
gangster rap.
cadence, yeah. I'd
Savage
go with
Mode
Savage Mode
2
2 or Her Loss. Her Loss had a lot of clever one-liners too.
The writing was on par on there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Next
All
up,
right.
where are we at? We are now at.
Hoodie the Entertainer.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you, my brother. And you said, "Hey guys, what's up? David Bowie or the Beatles?" Honestly, I have respect for both of these. Well, David Bowie's an individual. Obviously, the Beatles are a band. But I never gravitated towards both of their music. If I can, like, completely honest with you.
I'm not huge on either of them, but in terms of just like what I've listened to more would be the Beatles. I've
yeah.
gone through more of their albums as well.
Funny enough, my father was a hater of both of these acts. Actually,
Really?
yeah, my father didn't like any of these.
I feel like that was the equivalent to like hating Michael Jackson or hating Drake, like hating like the biggest name in the industry.
But my dad was always that guy. He never liked the best players in sports. He was like that guy, you know. He always liked the underdog type
Yeah.
of dude, you know.
Yeah,
So, but if I had to choose, I'd ultimately go with the Beatles.
same.
All right, let's continue going
But the
on
next
with this.
question, you went
yeah.
back to back with us. Thank you for that. You said, which song is more menacing, Many Men or Hit 'Em Up?
Hit him up.
I mean, Hit 'Em Up is as menacing and as violent as Tupac got on there. To me, Many Men is more menacing just because that was a true fucking story, bro. Like,
Yeah,
but
but-
he's telling his life that he lived, and he gives you what could be an alternate reality. We don't know if it's the truth or not for the ending, and you're like, oh shit.
Well, the thing
He
is,
got
is
his
that,
revenge,
like
potentially.
imagine like getting directly threatened by like death row in 1996, bro, with Tupac making an entire record. How he's literally just gonna fuck you up. Like it's at that point, it's not even like it's not even a song. It's legit, just it's pure violence. Like he's just, and then
But he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Like, bro, after hearing that, I'm like, okay, you got me there, bro.
no, I would ultimately go hit him up.
I'm going Many Men on that hoodie.
All right.
Let me know, hoodie, and then the live chat. I'll look for it. What's your take on that? What
All
would
right.
you guys say?
Go on to SO Shade once again. Much love to you, my brother. You said, hot take, if Eminem started rapping like Slim Shady again and stopped trying to go after mumble rappers, and he would be would put out more consistent albums. I disagree. I think the Slim Shady, when you try and replicate your greatness, and when you try to go back in a time and continue to try replicating it, it never works. I think he's rapped so much that at a certain point, it's like, where do you want this guy to go? You know, like, I don't know. I don't even know if I want a Slim Shady album from Eminem, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got close to that with Kamikaze, even though he didn't fully commit to it. But even moving beyond that, when you get to Music to Be Murdered By,
It's supposed to be horrorcore.
yeah, but just to say, I think you're always going to get songs where he is Slim Shady. And that's what's cool, is that it'll always be a part of his brand. It'll always be a part of the music, and his creative flow is like, this is a character. Am I writing as Slim Shady right now, or am I writing as Eminem or as Marshall Mathers? Like that's what's cool, is that he can tap into different characters as a songwriter, and that's what could keep the music exciting. Now, has it as of late? Obviously not, but honestly, I've reached the point more than I think ever since we started podcasting that I'm ready for new Eminem music. Like I'm really curious, bro, to see what he has.
You're really ready for
This is one of the longest gaps we've ever had between Eminem albums. I'm really curious to see what the fuck he's gonna do. After all the criticism, after all the backlash of the last couple of records, I feel like something good could come out of this.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know. I'm having a little change of course here. I'm ready.
For sure hates us.
Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely. If he's ever seen our shit, he for sure.
Yeah,
because like, in terms of like Eminem's quality music, we came in at the wrong time. So all he's seen us do is like criticize him. I feel bad.
Yeah, but we both included him in our top 10
Yeah,
list.
of course.
It's a top 5 rapper of all time.
I'm just saying, most of the time when we do talk about him, we speak
it would
about
be a
him
shame,
today,
yeah.
and we don't speak too highly. So, but guys, he's
It's
a top
honestly,
10 rapper
yeah,
of all time.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Jason Gaming. Hope you're doing well tonight, my brother. Thank you so much for the generous donation. We really appreciate you. And you said people compare JID to K Dot. A lot to do with their voices, but I don't think JID has huge hits or moments like K Dot. JID is a great rapper. K Dot is a better artist.
Spot on.
Spot on. And I feel like maybe that was a bit earlier in his career. That was something I was actually saying because I felt like it was similar to a certain extent. It was.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you told me the first time you listened to the Never story, you're like, this guy sounds like Kendrick. I don't know. Like, he sounds a lot like Kendrick. I heard it a little bit at the beginning, but I think he's found his own voice for sure.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. And in terms of him not having huge hits, I mean, I agree with you. It's not to say that there's songs that didn't deserve to be hits. Looking at a Never or looking at a Surround Sound, I felt like those songs should have been bigger than they were. But yeah, K Dot is just different. Like a lot of K Dot's biggest hits, not only is he speaking to the people in his close surroundings and his family and friends, but he's speaking to communities and he's speaking to the world oftentimes. Like, he knows how to really make that universally accessible music, and I think that's what translates into hits when you look at songs like All Right or Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. At the end of the day, I want to see them both keep thriving, for sure. I do hope for Jit to have more of a mainstream peak.
Yeah.
I am hoping for that, and I think that Metro album's going to do that. So, yes, Jason, I think you're spot on with your takes. I do think that Kendrick is the better artist, for sure. Next up, though, we got MF Dom. Always a pleasure to see you in here. Thank you for joining us, brother. And you said, what's up, boys? Y'all should check out Johnny Trash. Y'all going to be listening to the new Ransom project tonight. Also, what's some morning album? So Johnny Trash, hopefully he isn't trash, but we'll take note of that. And then
yes, sir. I'll screenshot that.
Y'all going to be listening to the new Ransom project tonight.
I
didn't even know if he was dropping.
I'm gonna give it a listen this weekend. And then what's a good morning album? Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. That's an incredible morning album.
Yeah.
If I had to give
Everybody Loves the Sunshine, Roy Ayers. It's another beautiful one.
That's another one. Yeah, absolutely. That's an audio podcast that we actually plan on doing.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So it's called The Harvest by Ransom. Very interesting.
Okay, let's continue on with this. Let's go on to Jakey. Much love to you. You didn't say anything, but we appreciate the donation. Let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to George Floyd. I hope you're doing well tonight, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. And he said, Playboy Carti makes better trap music than Future. I disagree.
No, and it's like,
I disagree wholeheartedly.
It's interesting that even using that word, just because, yes, Carti is trap, but like Future has really relished in trap music in terms of rapping about the origins of where trap all began, and also rapping about the trap house, the trap culture with the lean and all that. I'm not saying Cardi doesn't go there, but Future embodies trap culture more, has more classic albums, is more of a pioneer for the trap lane as well. Like
Yeah, there's no way.
he gets him everywhere. I'm sorry. And by the way, correction, the Ransom album is called Spare the Rod, Spoil the Child. Just wanted to correct myself there.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go to MF Dom once again. Much love to you, my brother. You said trap album of the year. Any websites y'all use to discover new music? Question mark. Best album cover of the decade? Question mark. Album of the day? Question mark. All genres. Also, y'all do a Logic discography ranking. So a lot of questions to answer here, Dom. Trap album of the year for me. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I haven't really gone through. Maybe Gumbo by Young Nudie.
I would go with Glaucoma 2. That would be my trap album of the year. That one or Business is Business. Those would be my two.
Yeah, Business is Business, and then after that I would go Gumbo, Young Nudie, and then best album cover of the decade.
Album cover of the decade, 2020s. I need to see some in front of me, but
I'll go through my Apple Music for you. I'll give you a quick
what
spin,
has there
brother.
been? Like Forever Story wasn't the greatest to me. Mr. Morale wasn't the greatest. Let's see. Probably Donda. I think that was probably number one. But apart from that
Joe
one,
Music and Zion, maybe.
that one's fire.
That one's up there
fucking
for me,
fire.
absolutely.
Bobby Tarantino 3.
That's a big
That
one.
cover was badass.
You know what? The D-Day cover is actually crazy. That's a
Yeah,
crazy.
that's pretty sick. I think I still prefer the off season. Looks a bit cleaner.
What else could I go with?
Melodic Blue cover was that is stuck in my head. That image.
That's an incredible cover.
I love that cover.
I've always liked DS Forever.
Yeah.
I've always fucked with that cover. Yeah, I've always
pretty
really,
cool.
I've always really liked it.
2023 has not been the year for covers, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like that Gunna cover, like what? The Magic 2 cover, nah. Lil Pump 2 cover, no. Yeah, this year's not been even the Utopia cover. You guys are gonna see when we do our album cover tier list at the end of the year, but even the Utopia cover wasn't really it.
I liked it. Lou's just hating.
How am I hating? I said I don't like a cover. That means I'm hating.
Lou's just a player hater.
For sure.
What else do I got?
I love the alternate cover though.
Okay, yeah, so I'd probably go those. Okay, then after that, album of the day, all genres. Album of the day, all genres, man. I don't know if I've been bumping an album today. What could I give you?
No, album of the decade, all genres. I don't think it's album of the day.
Album.
Yeah, album of the decade. All genres for me, it's still gonna be Simbi. It's gonna be sometimes it might be Introvert by Little
I'd
Sims.
say the same
all
thing.
genres.
Perfect album.
Yeah.
Also, would y'all do a Logic discography ranking? I would not.
Probably not.
I wouldn't.
You know what it is too? It's like I feel like we kind of know where we stand on Logic's catalog.
It would be too predictable.
It'd be too predictable. It'd be a bit of a boring recording. And there's a lot of Logic projects that I'm not down to go back to.
Like, who wants to see me talking like extension of Supermarket? You know, who wants me to go back to Supermarket for 5 minutes? But I do appreciate his catalog.
Oh man!
Like you see,
It'd
like
be
maybe a
drag.
mixtape like catalog ranking would be better suited just because he has so many fucking sick mixtapes. But for studio albums, no way.
I'll be honest. I just don't have an interest in doing that.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Oh brother, everybody like not a bad album, but fuck, that's not a cool listen for me.
All right, let's continue
It's not
going on with this.
enjoyable.
Speaking about Logic, let's go on to Nick Seta. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. He said, "Good evening, guys. Good evening to you, my good sir. What's your most forgettable album of 2023? For myself, it's College Park by Logic.
W.
Hoping for some reinvention from Logic because the music has been messing for several years now." Dom, I think that goes back to your point. So College Park is definitely something where I feel like you could say, well, that's a bit forgettable. But how about you? Anything that's been
It's
forgettable?
just so funny because like the concept of it sounded so cool, like him taking you through like a weekend where he's performing his first headlining show, and him taking you back. Like this, the concept and narrative was enticing, and then you get to the music and you're like, all right, Logic, like you've been giving me this for the last 3 albums. Like we don't need to hear more of your fast raps over these soul sample chops. Like we've got enough of it, you know. And that's a great take for a forgettable album this year. Apart from that, what else would I go with? Well, the whole point of a forgettable album is that you forgot about it. So let me go look at what's actually come out. Won't He Do It by Conway the Machine. Usually I junk Conway albums. I even forgot that one came out. What else? Those are my big 2, I would say. The Logic one and the Conway.
If I'm being completely honest, Kate Tremine a bit.
Yeah.
That fell right out of rotation to a certain extent.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Those.
But
are,
you know what? I can't say that because I was bumping it heavy for like, let's say, a month or two.
Mm.
But if it's an album maybe that I was bumping heavy that I don't go back to all that much, I'd probably say that. Another forgettable album on my end.
People saying "Business is Business" in the chat as a forgettable album.
Stop it. Get out of here.
Come on.
Get out of here. Almost Healed, bro. My
Yeah.
goodness.
That's a ghost town right there.
That's
And my phone,
bro.
Holy shit, man.
You know, I actually don't even think I've I think I never actually saved the album on my phone.
Same.
I only went back to it because of the reviews.
Same. I went through it 4 or 5 times, and that was it. Same for Pink Tape, bro. I have Flooded the Face, and that's all. Even though there's a couple other good songs, it's all I'm really listening to off that album.
Sure.
Pink Tape, bro. Come on.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Caesar. Much love to you, my brother. You said Kodak Black is not a good rapper, highly overrated. I actually think he gets underrated, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think his catalog is the strongest, but his earlier stuff, he spits, bro. He has a lot of like big songs that just he has something to say, you know.
But even
Going
yeah, what were you gonna say?
like Young Prodigy, Unexplainable, Everything 1K, just these super well written songs, and his cadence is unique, always a super cold flow, great ear for production, always gives great features. Like, what else you want from
And
the
he's
guy?
got good albums. You look at Painting Pictures. You look at Little Big Pac. You look at Project Baby 2. Like, the guy has quality projects. But, yeah, even looking at recent Kodak, I mean, you look at this Cutthroat Bill Volume 1 series, and you got songs like Walk On there. You have songs like I'm So Awesome. What else? What was another one off of here that I
Went crazy
had?
with Super Gremlin last year as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that Kodak is not done. Every time you count him out, the guy comes back. By the way, I want to read through the new music dropping. Let's refresh everyone that's just coming in now.
Yeah,
By
let's
the
do
way,
it.
guys, if you are enjoying the stream, if you are enjoying your time with us, smash that like button. Help us get across to more music fans.
Absolutely.
And thank you in advance. But
Absolutely.
let's see what's happening. So, of course, Drizzy Drake, The Boy, new single for all the dogs next week. No title yet, but it will be featuring SZA for the first ever time they're going to be linking up. After that, we have a potential Playboi Carti, Travis Scott song, which, as the time winds down, I don't know if it's going to be happening, but it is a rumor that it will be premiering on a radio station and maybe dropping at midnight. After that, we have Nas and Hit Boy coming back for Magic 3, last installment in their series together. And if you guys do want to catch our first live album reaction to it and experience it with for the first time with all of us, link in description to our Patreon. You guys can join and catch this one, catch For All the Dogs reaction next week, and a bunch of other hot releases for this year. Other music dropping, we have Vic Mensa dropping his new album, Victor.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to be listening to
I'm
that
gonna be
at some
listening
point.
to that as well.
We have, oh wow, I didn't know. Cleo Soul is dropping an album called Heaven. She's fantastic. Killer Mike, the Michael Deluxe, one of the better albums this year. I got to check that out. Earl Sweatshirt and Vince Staples dropping a song together. I cannot wait for that. You got Offset dropping a new song called Fan. You have Sexy Red and Lil Durk dropping a new song together called Hellcats SRTs 2. Doja Cat with a new single called Balut. Black Thought with a new single called Love Letter. Ransom dropping a new album. Rome Streets dropping a new song. It's stacked. This is actually one of the more stacked nights we've had in a minute if you're including singles and albums. But what are your top 3 first listens?
Obviously Drake and SZA. Then after that, well, we're gonna be listening. Actually, I'm gonna be listening to Magic 3 first.
So yeah, what's your first listen besides those two?
Okay,
How
so
about
I
that?
probably go give me Drake and SZA first. After that, I want to really listen to the new Ransom project. I think that could be absolutely incredible. And then after that, the new Black Thought single.
Yeah.
And actually, I might go through the new Cleo Soul album.
Yeah, I'm down to go
She's
through
an
that.
incredible artist. If you guys are not familiar with Cleo Soul, one of the best vocalists in the industry right now. She makes incredible, like, I don't even know if it's R&B or neo soul or if it's Afrobeat. Like, it's just this blend and fusion of different productions with her beautiful vocals just topping everything. So I was actually put onto Cleo Soul through Simbi.
Same.
That was the way that I actually got into her music. So I will definitely be checking out for that.
Absolutely, and she has an amazing album that dropped in 2021. I don't know if you checked it out. It's called Mother.
Yes, I have.
Fucking
Yes, I
incredible.
have. I think we've spoken about that on the audio
I
pod
think I brought
before.
it in for
You
a
had brought it
rec,
in, yeah, as a recommendation.
Incredible album, guys.
You guys are
Mother,
gonna like that.
Cleo Soul. But yeah, let's keep on rocking. We are now at, here we go, Inspirate channel member, Big OG. Pleasure to have you, brother. You said, what's the status of the NFR Club Tour? This has to happen. Top 5 cities for each of you. Well, to talk about the tour, it's something that we definitely have in future plans. But to be totally real with you, there's other projects that we have prioritized before that. So the merch is going to be a big thing that's going to be on the horizon. So look for the merch before the actual tour. That's what I would say. In terms of top 5 cities for each of you, do you mean in the world? Do you mean in the States?
Okay, go top 5 cities you visited.
That I've visited. Okay.
I come from European descent, but I've never been to Europe. So I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Asia. I could only really speak about Canada and the U.S. So.
Well, you've been to Cuba and other countries. I mean, you could still talk.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
can maybe speak about other ones.
Yeah. So what would be your cities? What comes to mind
my
for you?
favorite cities that I've been to. Number 1 will always be Montreal. There's no comparison. There is
Yeah.
no comparison.
Well, fuck Montreal. It's our hometown.
yeah,
you count that out.
I will never do a city
Okay.
ranking and not have that
Fine.
city at number 1. Montreal is an automatic lock at number 1. At number 2, I would
So
have.
Did you see the fucking poster fell?
Oh, it fell off.
Yeah, it just fucking came down. That's funny.
We have to get like the screen for it. You know?
Yeah. We have to get something to make it stand. But
Well,
yeah.
guys, little NFR blooper right in back. Drizzy Drake is no longer in the picture, literally.
He will be soon, though.
He
He
will
will
be
be
soon.
soon. But yeah, go back to what you were saying.
Number 2, favorite cities that I've visited. Ooh, I mean,
Don't tell me New York's in there, is it?
New York's in my top 5.
It's in your top 5. Wow.
I really fuck with
Okay.
New York, actually.
Okay.
The last trip we did to New York was beautiful. It was awesome.
I love parts of New York. I love Brooklyn. Brooklyn is what a vibe.
As far I don't know, it's kind of hard. Where have we actually been? If I had to put
Okay,
it onto context,
I'll try to.
you know
do
what?
something.
I'll go number 2 as far as all goes. Palm Springs was gorgeous. In California, that was really, really, really nice. Number 3, I would go. I really liked Woodland Hills in California as well. California is gorgeous for scenery and just being beautiful. You know what? I really liked Raleigh, North Carolina, bro. I really fucked with Raleigh. And then after that, maybe Connecticut. I would say New Haven as some of my favorite cities that I visited. New York's in there, of course. Miami's in there, but those would probably be some of my favorite
top
low-key
5
ones.
cities. I mean, I want to say some Italian cities, but I was 5 years old when I was on that trip, so I feel like I can't really compare fairly there. Montreal, of course, if we're gonna count our hometown, put MTL in there. Then I'm gonna go city of Los Angeles. I mean, a lot of people say that Los Angeles is overhyped. I love the culture there. I love the weather.
That was a
everything
city I
about
never
it.
like. Why? It's not overrated. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I never
no,
understood
sir.
that.
The scenery's gorgeous. Just the culture there is fantastic. If you're a music head, I mean, what is there not to love about that city? You know, so
The hillsides, the Malibu coast. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, Montreal, Los Angeles for me. After that, give me Honolulu, Hawaii. That was a beautiful city that I got to visit. After that, give me I'll probably go Palm Springs, keeping it to California. I'll go there again.
that was a crazy city
Yeah.
to visit.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. And then a 5th city.
New Haven was fun, bro.
Yeah,
New Haven was really cool.
it is fun.
Like, it's a city that I would consider like living in if I had to move to the States. You know,
True.
close to New York. You know, like good, fantastic food all around.
I'll probably
Ah.
say Miami for now, but just because I can't think of anything else. For now, I'll say Miami.
Interesting. All right. Let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to Diego. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. He said, hot take, R&B and hip-hop from the 2000s was king. Yeah, there was so much going on in the 2000s for R&B and hip-hop, but still, I feel like the scenes are still strong. I still enjoy both of them. People love to say, oh, hip-hop and R&B are dead. Well, no, sir. I don't think they are. Or else people wouldn't be listening to them. But, yeah, I think you could find so much value in the 2000s as far as that goes.
Read some comments. Odell wrote, "Take care, boo." And someone else wrote, "Take care, Drake." Those are good.
All right, let's go on to James Trung. Hope you're doing well today, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. You said, who are the top 3 baddest female rappers? I'm not going to answer that. On a serious note, I think JID ends up top 25 of all time. I don't think he ends up top 25, if I had to be completely honest with you, but maybe, depending on how his career
I hope
develops.
Jid ends up top 25 of all time. That's a high placement. You know what I mean? Like, we can't say top 25 like it's just top 25, you know? He
There's
can
a
make his
lot-
way, like, there's...
There's some serious artists in that conversation, at least for me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a serious line there, but let's keep on going, James. Actually, I think we have a cool green message here coming from Revert. What's going on, Revert? I feel like it's been a minute, bro. Awesome to see you in here. Revert's been a channel member for 2 months, so shout out to you. And by the way, speaking of memberships, guys, we do have our YouTube memberships open right now. If you guys do want to support us on that level, it would mean the world to us as independent creators. It is one of the best ways that you could help us out. And you guys get cool perks out of it too. 2 different levels. Level 1 gets you access to custom emotes that you could use during these live streams, as well as cool badges next to your names that change colors as you stay on as a member as the months pass.
Yes,
and
sir.
then level 2 gives you all of those features plus early access to 1 YouTube video per week. So if you want to be ahead of the curve and get some exclusive content ahead of time, that'll be the way to do it. So just thank you from the entire team, guys, for supporting us on the memberships. But Revert says, I'll utilize this to say a message. Come to Tampa, Florida, especially for Ybor City. Interesting. Let me look this up. Ybor
I've heard
City.
great things about Tampa, actually. Lucas Damiano was actually just in Tampa with his girl.
Oh, wow. Nice.
He said he liked it a lot.
Okay, this looks like Havana, Cuba, low-key. I'm getting those vibes.
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going to be going to Havana in the month of November with my father.
Yeah?
He wants to take me for a tour over there. He says it was absolutely gorgeous.
That's fire. So yeah, Ybor City. You have me enticed, Reaver. Then you said lots of culture and beautiful art. It looks like it from what I'm seeing in these pictures. How was your day, Lou and Ant? Yeah, man, I had a good day.
I had a fantastic day.
Good work day. Got to spend some time outside.
Yeah, what did you do outside today?
Just sitting down in my gazebo outside, chilling, listening to music.
Yeah, that's what you do? Smoking a cigar?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. You?
Take out the cigar for the gazebo? Today?
On occasion, not today.
Not today, no. No, good stuff today. What did I do today? I mean, walked my dog. We had that meeting today that we did.
Got to have a chat with Coleman.
Got to have a chat with Coleman, absolutely. Ripped legs today, legs and core today at the gym. It was a fantastic workout. Great stuff. Hit a new PR on my leg press, so that was great. And then, but I'm here. The Thursday nights is always live stream day. Like, I don't do anything. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything else besides the live streams, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily want to pack up your day with too much shit in it, because, like, if you're live streaming from, like,
You need your energy.
8 to, like, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., bro, you're talking for a good fucking 6 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
So, it's
Absolutely.
like, you got to be locked in. But, okay, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to 24K Logan. And there's an interesting take here. You said, needless to say, female rap has become very hypersexualized and lacks creativity. I wish we had more female rappers like Lauryn Hill and Missy Elliott. Well, I understand where you're coming from. I will say this. I don't think it's the case for every female rapper, my brother. I think when you look at, like, let's say, I don't know who you want to go with. You want to look at it like a Little Sims. Do you want to look at, let's say, I don't know.
I will say this, though. I think 24K Logan has a point here, and I'll tell you why. I think that there is a lot of talented rappers that have big communities and fan bases that are not hypersexualized, 100%. But if you look at a list of the top 10 or 15 most popular rappers in the game right now, you cannot find one that isn't hypersexualized. You cannot. Think about it. Think about the big dogs, the big players.
Yeah, I don't want to single anyone out.
We don't have to single anyone out, but can you name anyone that's in that top echelon of popularity that isn't hypersexualized? You can't. It's impossible. Logan, you're absolutely right. And it's sad that we've come to this point, because on the flip side, when you look at popular male rappers, no one's had to do that. I mean, the last time you got a sexualized rapper was maybe like 50 Cent, because he would like rap with like his shirt off at concerts and stuff like that, where like he was showing more of his body. But like, it's a double standard in the sense that for men, it's not really the case, but for women it is. And it sucks. It sucks that that's the way it is.
Yeah. But needless to say, though, I wouldn't generalize it to the whole thing, because I believe that there are fantastic female rappers out there that, keep it to strictly the music and that really go deep on their stuff and that really pay attention to certain things.
I don't think anyone's arguing that. I think it's just a case of like the biggest mainstream and popular ones do fall under that like umbrella.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Matt Irvin. You have sorry. Let's go on to Snurd before that. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. He said thoughts on the album Beloved, Paradise, and Jazz. So this is a 2023 release by McKinley Dixon. And I haven't gone through it yet, but I'm reading here that it actually got good reception and that it's actually a really nice soundscape. Okay, interesting. How long is the track list? Hold on. The track list seems to be 10 songs. 10 songs, and clocks in around 30 minutes. Okay, very interesting. That's going to be a good recommendation. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Matt Irvin. Much love to you, bro. Hope you're doing well. He said Emotionless is top 5 off of Scorpion.
My man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think
Yes, fucking sir.
that's no debate.
Let's do a top 5 real quick. Let's go through this. Let's go Scorpion top 5. So Emotionless is going to crack my list. I could say that confidently. Then I'm going to go ahead, and throw in 8 out of 10. I'm going to throw in Can't Take a Joke. Is There More? And That's How You Feel. Those are my top 5.
Okay, let me go. My top 5, I would go with Is There More? Then after that, number 2, I would go with Emotionless. Number 3, I would go with 8 out of 10. Number 4, I would go Sandra's Rose. And number 5, I would go with Can't Take a Joke.
Yeah, so we have the same list except for That's How You Feel. That's not in yours. And you replaced it with Sandra's Rose.
Yes.
Rose, yeah.
That's my favorite. But all right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Matt Irvin once again. And you said Eminem has been doing training montage recording sessions, BTS. Oh, that's interesting. Good for him.
That's fire.
Get Eminem shredded.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Eminem. All right, let's go to Blake808. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. You said, rank my top 3 favorite songs. S2M.
Soundtrack to My Life.
Cuddy, Phoenix Rocky, and then Chum Earl. Much love to you, bro.
You have great taste,
yeah,
Blake.
great taste.
Those are your top 3 favorites.
Number 1, I would go Phoenix. Number 2, I would go Soundtrack to My Life. And then number 3, I would go Chum.
Soundtrack to My Life, Phoenix, and then Chum last for me.
All right. Let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to Jedi Mitchell. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. Major OG in the community. And you said, hot take, Guts was the best drop this year. Have you gone through it yet?
I haven't, but you know what? A lot of people that even didn't like Sour are saying that this one is incredible. I saw Fantano enjoyed it too. A lot of people are speaking highly of it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is worth a listen. So I don't typically like super poppy albums, but there's good pop out there. So I might give it a listen. What about you?
Yeah, I'll give it a listen if I get to the time. All right, let's go on to Spectre. Much love to you, Matt. Hope you're doing well tonight, bro. Shout out to you and shout out to your family. You comes from such a great home, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. You said, this got me thinking. Rank these diss tracks. Hit 'Em Up, Ether, Nail in the Coffin, Back to Back, Story of Adidon, Kill Shot, Graham Street as always. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming
and we've
through.
been talking about maybe doing a diss song tier list or something at some point. So, yeah.
As far as my
Interesting
ranking
convo.
goes, number 1 would go Ether. Number 2, I'd go Hit 'Em Up. Number 3, I'd go Nail in the Coffin. Number 4, I would go Story of Adidon. Number 5, I'd go Back to Back. And then number 6, I would go Kill Shot.
Let me go. I think I might have the same order. So I have Ether. I have Hit 'Em Up. Then I would have. No, you know what? It's a bit different. Ether, Hit 'Em Up, Story of Adidon, Nail in the Coffin, Back to Back, and then Kill Shot.
So we have basically the same list, just like Story of Adidon and Nail in the Coffin switch.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to 24K Logan once again. Much love to you, bro. And you said one has to go Death Row, Cash Money, or Bad Boy. Wow. One has to go.
This is kind of easy for me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I think that when you just look at the rosters and the talent that got birthed from each roster and even the impact and legacy that's left behind, Bad Boy is not on the level of Death Row and Cash Money.
I agree with you. It's just like I was considering this Young Money going to Cash Money.
Yeah. It's like a branch of it, so for sure.
What is it?
For sure.
I guess, yeah. If you're referring all of it, then
I'm
yes, I
pretty
agree
sure,
with
yeah,
you.
because Cash Money is Young Money is part
and
of
I
Cash
do feel
Money,
like
so.
overall the Bad Boy like record label over the years, like it kind of went south.
Yeah, like
know?
who do you have as the face? MGK, you know, and like even way back when, I mean, besides Biggie, who are you gonna look at? Maze,
Lil Kim. Was Lil Kim even on Bad Boy Records? I believe.
I think so. I'm not even sure about Lil Kim, but yeah, I mean, yeah, roster wise, impact wise, Death Row and Cash Money are leagues
You
ahead
had
for me.
you had Craig Mack, you had Faith Evans, you had Biggie, and who else did you have? You had the Locks.
Yeah, because Lil Kim was Junior Mafia. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was ever connected to Bad Boy.
Well, you did have some serious. Yeah, you have Diddy,
Yeah, you had
Ryan
the Locks.
Leslie.
You had the Locks, which was obviously impactful, but yeah, it does not compare to the Death Row or Cash Money eras. That's for sure.
All right, you want to continue going with this,
Yeah.
Lou?
let's keep on going. Next up, we have Weezus. What is going on, Weezus? Hope you're enjoying your night and enjoying the stream. And you said, "What's up, young bloods? My hot take: 808s is a better album than Yeezus." With a name like Weezus, I wouldn't expect to hear that take from you. But
and
okay.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Weezus.
Yeah.
I think that I've always felt like, okay, I understand 808s and why it's important, but I always felt as a track list and as a listen, it's a bit overrated for me. Like, it's not Kanye's best album.
You should have said that in the TikTok we did. You said, "Oh, it's perfectly rated." You
Well,
played it
I
safe.
feel it's a bit overrated, I said, for the track list. If I have to expand on it, like, for the listen. But it is perfectly rated because of the influence and the impact. Like, it kind of weighs it out. That's the way that I feel about it.
I know you feel like it's overrated, you know?
On the music side of
Yeah.
things, I think it is. But for the impact and influence, my bias can't, like, argue anything against that. You know what it's done, and you know who it's birthed. So therefore, like, that definitely scores points.
I feel you, though. It is a hard album to talk about and judge and critique just because you realize, like, wow, if this didn't come out, I wouldn't have this rapper, that rapper. I wouldn't have So Far Gone by Drake. I wouldn't have Find Your Love by Drake, another classic song. Like,
You probably wouldn't have Drake.
that's what I'm saying, is that it was super important for the culture, but musically, you're right. You have songs in there like RoboCop or Pinocchio Story where you're like, I don't know.
And even, like, some of the biggest hits on there, like, let's say, like, a Love Lockdown, you know, or a Heartless. I love those songs. But if I take those songs and compare them to the best of other Kanye albums, I do feel like maybe it's not on par with, let's say, something like an MBDTF, with, like, a Runaway, for example, or for myself, like, a Devil in a New Dress, or going, you know, to College Dropout, for example, with, like, an All Falls Down, or, like, a Spaceship. Like, I just feel like that's the upper echelon of the Kanye catalog.
Yeah, I feel like it's like Kanye, like, invented the light bulb, but he couldn't screw it in. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel. He couldn't screw it in tight enough for me. He screwed it in, but he couldn't screw it in tight enough.
I disagree with you. See, I think he did the job.
I don't think
the album did its job.
Of course it did its job.
The album did its
job. It's a
job.
classic album to me for its impact. But was the execution perfect? No. That's what I'm saying.
It's a very deep and vulnerable album as well. It's a
is,
hard
no.
listen. So, I mean, it's up to you. I do have it ranked in, like, the midsection of Kanye's catalog. I don't think it's the bottom of the catalog. I still think that, you know, if I had to give it a rating, it would be between, like, the great to amazing rating. But I don't think it's Kanye's best album. I don't think it's a flawless record. I think there's definitely flaws within it. Just my opinion. Okay,
All right.
let's continue going on with this. This is going to Chase. Much love to you, brother. Major OG in the community. I hope you're doing well tonight. You said A$AP Rocky is a top 10 rapper ever. Love you, boys. I love you too, brother. But I don't think he's a top 10 rapper ever. Maybe in your top 10 favorites. But, and maybe he would make my top 10 favorites, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
Towards the end. But, no. All said and done.
Rocky, maybe top 50? Maybe. Maybe.
His catalog holds a lot of weight.
It does.
He has a lot of influence. The sound is super unique.
Yeah.
He's not the sharpest lyricist, but he always has great story concepts in his writing. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
The
like-
luxury
like-
bars, the cadence, the flow. Like, yeah, you're right. There is a big case to be made for, like, his all-time rankings. You know, if you had
There
to do
is.
one.
Maybe top 40 even. Maybe top 40.
All right, let's continue
So
going
next
on.
up, we
with
got
this.
Weezus once again. Thank you so much for another one, brother. It means the world to us. You said, after y'all's top 10 rappers video, how many classics do y'all think Nas has? Video idea would be cool to go over how many classics each rapper has. Thank you for the question, Weezus.
Bro, that's actually a crazy concept for a video, actually.
Yeah, how many classics each rapper has, for sure. But yeah,
How many classics do these rappers have?
yeah, how many classic albums do these rappers have, for sure. Yeah. To answer the question, though, speaking about Nas, let's run through it. So I think that Illmatic, it was written. Stillmatic.
I don't think Stillmatic's a classic.
I think Stillmatic's a classic for sure. After that, Godson is like a bit. Some view it as one, some don't. So then you go a bit further up.
I think he has two classics, if I had to give it to you. Between 2 or 3. Stillmatic's debatable for me, but I think so.
Even Lost Tapes for an album of Leftovers. That's incredible. That set a different precedent.
I'm just saying, if
for Leftovers.
it was written in Illmatic or classics, I appreciate Lost Tapes, and I think it's incredible for Lucy's and just leftover tracks. But
It didn't sound like Lucy's though. Like that sounded like a fucking expensive studio album.
I know, I understand. I completely get you, but I'm just saying is that if I'm giving Nas's catalog those classic sort of standards, then
Blaze a 50, brother. Blaze it.
I would go 2. I think Lou would ultimately go 4.
I'd go 3 or 4. That's where I stand with it.
All right, let's go on to Justin B. Much love to you. And by the way, Weezus, thank you so much for that video concept. I'm going to have a conversation with the boys about that. He said, "Sup, boys? Rank me these albums. Black Swan, Wasteland, Dawn FM, Oxnard, Trap Soul. Also, thoughts on the Drake and Yeet linking up. So before I get into the ranking, man, that beat's hard as fuck. That beat is hard, bro. That beat is crazy. And honestly, I've always been okay with Yeet. I think he's good. I like what he does. Am I the biggest fan of Yeet? No, but fuck it. It's a Drake album, and the production from Benny X sounds hard, bro. It sounds fucking hard. So just give it to me. Just I want it.
Beat is fucking crazy, bro.
I want to see what Drake does.
And
on
honestly speaking, I gotta be real because I'm often yeah. By the way, guys, Magic 3 is out right now. For anyone wondering, the album is out. Let's see how long this track list is. And also, happy birthday to Nas. We haven't said it all stream. Happy birthday to the greatest rapper of all time. Definitely had an influence in this whole project and our love and passion for the genre. So salute to Nas and all the great work that he's put in over the course of 30 years. Absolute fucking legend.
Brilliance.
45-minute album, 15 songs, Lil Wayne featured.
Nice.
How do you feel about the one feature? That's kind of been the case with a lot of these projects, is limited
I'd like
features.
to see a bit more.
Me too.
On 15 tracks, yeah.
15 songs, yeah.
45 minutes, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's decent, yeah.
That's good. That's going to be a good listen. But okay, let's go on to the ranking. Wait, what were you going to say, by the way, for the Drake and Yeet thing? You were saying
yeah, I was saying something about that. Oh, yeah, I was saying, like, I usually don't have the most praise for Yeet, but when it came to this song, he sounded more audible than usual. Like, his words, his delivery was pretty clear. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Let's fucking go. I'm ready for it.
I'm telling you, bro, that beat was crazy. That beat was fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Shout out
it was
Benny
sick.
X, bro. This guy's a monster.
He is.
Benny X is a
Benny
fucking
X is
monster.
taking over the game, guys. He is.
He actually
He
is,
is.
bro. It's
It's
actually
nuts.
stupid. His sound is crazy. If there's a producer that should be taking over right now, it's fucking Benny X, bro.
He can go anywhere. He could do it all. It's crazy.
All right, let's
Crazy.
rank these albums. So Black Swan, Wasteland, Dawn FM, Oxnard, and Trap Soul. Number 1, I'll go. This might be a hot take, but I'm gonna go Black Swan. Number 2, I'm gonna go Oxnard. Number 3, I'm gonna go. Actually, no, hold on. Let me retract that. Let me start over again, okay? You know what? No, fuck that. Black Swan, Oxnard, Dawn FM, Trap Soul, and Wasteland.
I'm going to go, wow, this is actually tougher than I thought. Oxnard, number 1. That's the easy one. Then number 2 is where it gets tough. Oh, man. Trap Soul, then Black Swan, then Dawn FM, and then Wasteland last. Also, thoughts on Drake and E linking up. Well, yeah, I think we had answered that already. After that, though, the next super chat comes to us from Chase Duan. Thank you so much, Chase. Appreciate the love. You said people will hate on it, but Rocky has the most underrated discography in all of hip hop. I'd go as far as to say that he's better than Travis. Maybe most underrated in like mainstream hip hop, but obviously there's a lot of catalogs that are underrated. I think more so than Rocky's. When you look at people like Mos Def, when you look at Pharoah Monch, etc., etc. But yeah, speaking about, go as far as to say it's better than Travis. I would not go that far. I'll be honest with you. I think that that Travis's albums and catalog, they've been more consistent. You know. What about you, Travis or Rocky for catalog?
Travis for me. But I think it's fair game. It really is fair game. I think I would have it Long Last ASAP over Rodeo.
You have it over Astroworld.
No, I had it over Rodeo.
No, I'm
too.
asking you if you have it over Astroworld.
It's like tied. It's very
Okay.
it's very tough for me. It's very, very tough for me. But okay, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Jonathan Savage. Much love to you, my brother. I hope you're doing well tonight. And you said, "What's up, boys? Have y'all heard 38 Special and Conway's new album? If so, what are your thoughts? Loves y'all content. NFR is goated. Much love to you, Jonathan. You're goated." Then no, I have not gone through the new 38 Special and Conway album.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna be-
true. I got to listen to that. I even forgot that it came out. I think I saw like one post about it, and then I just forgot about it. So I got to check that out. And then you said Love y'all's content. NFR's goated. Thank you, Jonathan. Really appreciate that, bro. You're goated as well. But next up, we have Prod June. Thank you so much for coming in and sending in the donation. We really appreciate you. And you said, what do you all think of Majid Jordan? Super slept on, in my opinion. Knew about him before the OVO's signing. Might low-key be OVO's best artist, but there's PND. Yeah, I mean, I've loved what Drake's done with the label in terms of signing some of the most talented singers in the game. And Majid Jordan are no different as a duo. Absolutely. I'm still listening to Stars Alignment with Drake.
Yeah.
That's still a fucking absolute slapper. So, yeah, I mean, the only signing where it's like, okay, like, well, I want to see what he really has to bring is Smiley. I'm curious to see what happens with Smiley. That's going to be interesting.
All right. Let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Harry. Much love to you, bro. Hope you're doing well tonight. You said J. Cole is better than Kendrick now. Hear me out. I think lyrically Kendrick is better, but everything combined, J. Cole is just a better rapper. Thoughts? I don't agree with you. I think when you have to look at cadence, Kendrick gets him, all the different types of voice switches, all the different types of characters he could play into, the evolution from album to album, concepts for albums, it goes to Kendrick. Catalog goes to Kendrick. Even just song catalog, if you want to even just look at that and, you know, aside from the albums itself, goes to Kendrick. Lyricism, obviously, goes to Kendrick. Feature catalog, I think Kendrick has a better feature catalog.
That's a bad take.
No, sir.
J. Cole is a better feature artist than Kendrick any day of the week when you go through.
You want to
the
go through
runs? Yeah,
you want to go? Let's go.
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Let's go through Kendrick's run. Bro, you guys sleep on Kendrick's feature runs, bro. It's crazy.
How did
dude.
how am I sleeping if I said J. Cole has a better feature run?
Just go.
That means I'm sleeping.
Just
man?
go. Just
crazy.
show me what you got, man. All right. Collard greens, Mona Lisa, sidewalks. Let's keep going. I'm just going through his Apple Music. Doves in the Wind, Off of Control.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
That's
Oh,
supposed to,
okay,
like,
bro.
when
What
you
do
go
you want me
crazy?
to do? Okay,
want me to
nostalgia.
go?
What's wrong? Hold on. What's wrong? Nostalgia, tints, dedication, One Train. Hold on. Let me keep going. Genocide, Off of Compton. God is Fair, Sexy Nasty. What's wrong? Ooh, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of big ones.
Okay, let me jump in here. Jermaine's Interlude, London, Waterboys, Johnny P's Caddy. Then you go on to...
Nostalgia's better than Johnny P's Caddy. Nostalgia's better than Johnny
as a
P's Caddy.
performance, I don't know.
Nostalgia's better than Johnny
Sacrifices,
P's
J.
Caddy.
Cole,
There we go.
Trippy, J. Cole, Boblo Boat, a lot.
Wow,
Not the Hustle
Freestyle Kendrick.
remix, legendary.
Babylon
American
Kendrick
Dream,
Lamar.
J. Cole and Kendrick on the same song.
Really
Cole
dope.
probably gets him.
Off of Atrocity Exhibition.
The Stick feature from Cole.
Okay, bro, chill. The
Bullets to
City.
the mouth, you could die tastefully. Get out of here, bro.
There's no
Awesome
way.
by J-Rock, Tribe.
No, sir.
Pretty Little Fears.
Look
My
over
boy,
your shoulder off of extension
Zendaya.
level event 2.
Guys, who is it? Is it Cole or Kendrick? Features.
Illuminate
who is
off
it?
of Control System. My goodness, bro. This guy has a crazy, crazy feature catalog. It's actually stupid. No, I think ultimately it's still Kendrick.
But back to the other question, which was
Hood Gon' Love It. Solo Dolo Part 2. Oh my god, bro.
Okay, yeah. Is J. Cole better than Kendrick? I didn't get my answer on that.
No.
I think right now J. Cole is still finding new peaks. I think that like J. Cole is maybe the better rapper currently in terms of the amount of efforts he's given us, the quality of the features and verses as a whole. I think Cole's in better form. Overall, Kendrick's the better rapper though. That's kind of how I feel, guys.
I think it's a bit more exciting to follow J. Cole's career right now than it is to follow maybe
Yeah.
Kendrick's.
That's for sure.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Revert. Much love to you, my brother. Big OG in the community has done so much to actually help build the community, especially on Discord. And you said, the last 2 days I've been walking a mile healthy. Much love to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. The entire team encourages you. And you said, I've been struggling with mental health, but I'm back. You know, we get a lot of messages like this from the community. I love that you guys are able to be open in the chats and you guys are able to come talk to us when you guys feel like you need to come through. And listen, it doesn't only have to be done on Super Chats. You know, my DMs personally are always open. If there's any way I could help, please let me know. You know, Peyton, I know we've spoken on Discord a bunch as well. And I just want to let you know that the entire team sends our best regards to you, our best wishes. You're a fantastic person. Super talented, super advanced, super smart, man. So much value. So
Absolutely, brother. And I just
Much
want to
love.
say that this is just a short period in your life, and mental health issues, it's something that everyone's going to go through at some point in their life, obviously to different gravity And even us, like we could even relate to that in the sense of like, even though we're always on camera, being cheerful and being happy, like we all have our days at the end of the day. So
Yeah, absolutely.
don't feel like you're alone. And if you do want to reach out, you have us, you have the community. So don't you worry.
And listen, guys, I know it's also hard to reach out. It's very hard to do this, and sometimes you won't reach out. But if there's maybe some words of encouragement that I could leave you guys with, including you, Peyton, just everyone considered. Sorry, I was just getting a call on my MacBook. I want to bring back up the message. These tough days are needed. When you go through these types of times that feel like they're just impossible to get out of, it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to complete things. You don't feel like you're at your best. In order to know your best, you have to know these times. You have to know that there's a certain rock bottom. The best thing that's ever happened to me in my life was hitting rock bottom. I can tell you that. It's what's inspired me to, create the project with my brothers. It's brought so much joy out of my life. And you got to go through rock bottoms to be able to see the best version of yourself. So, gotta be happy you're going through this, There's always a nice arc. There's always a nice character arc. So, much love to everyone in the stream right now. You guys are a major inspiration to me. You guys have directly and positively impacted my life, for the better. So I hope we could do the same for you guys. Much love from the entire NFR team. But let's continue on with this. Let's go on to Wally. Much love to you, Wally. Hope you're doing well tonight, my brother. Major OG in the community. Member, I believe, as well. And you said Dial It versus Love is Rage 2 and favorite songs off of Future self-titled. So I would ultimately go Dial It. I believe for Lou it is Love is Rage 2. Correct? That was the take you had? I don't know if you changed it.
What do I prefer? I prefer listening to Dial It, but I think Love is Rage 2 is maybe a better album altogether, but it's like very close to me. It's like neck and neck, so I don't know.
And favorite songs off Future self-titled? I'm so groovy. POA.
Yeah.
And am I forgetting? Feds Did a Sweep. That ultimately I think is my favorite.
Next up we got Farksy. Great to see you in here, brother. You've been super consistent with us lately, so thank you just for showing up, bro, and being part of the conversation. You said Life of the Party is Andre's best feature. Is it his best? No, International Players Anthem. It's a different feature. It's a more upbeat and like more dynamic feature from Three Stacks. Obviously, lyrically, Life of the Party is better, so it depends what you're looking for out of a Three Stacks feature. But even Solo Reprise off of Blonde is another crazy Three Stacks feature.
Yeah, that as well. International Players Anthem as well.
Yeah, I said that one, yeah.
That would probably be my favorite.
Yours, that'd be your number one?
Yeah, I think for my favorite Andre 3K
Yeah, Life
verse.
of the Party's up there, Farks. You're not far off. Next up, we got Chase Lorenz. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And you said, Section 80 is better than My Beautiful Dark.
No, sir.
Wow.
Sir, Chase. Production-wise, NPF is better. Feature-wise, it's better. Impact-wise, maybe you could say the rapping from Kendrick is better on Section 80, but even at that, well, yeah, no, I'd say
not
so.
by much.
But I mean, no, you have
Close.
You have Poor Man's Dreams, you have stuff like Rigor Mortis on there, you have High Power, you have ADHD,
Don't
you have Ronald
sleep on
Reagan
the
era.
Gorgeous verse. Don't sleep on what he's doing on there.
Dark Fantasy as well, I get it, but I'm just saying is that the rapping is top tier from Kendrick on there, but no, I don't think so. Let's go on to Wally once again. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much for another super chat. You said Heroes and Villains versus Utopia. Me personally, I enjoy Heroes and Villains more. I would go Utopia. I think Utopia is a better album.
Yeah, I think Utopia is a better album too.
Better album experience. A lot tighter, of course. There's certain songs that I don't want to go back to on both albums, but for the most part, I do think like songs like My Eyes, I Know, Schizo, Meltdown, just Sirens, Hyena, Modern Jam, like just a track list full of quality.
But yeah, both of them, neither of them are skipless. That's the thing.
Neither of them are skips.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, both amazing albums and a lot of replay value from both of them. Next up, we got Diego. What's up, Diego? Thank you so much for sending something in and being here. You said Little Sims is still underrated. I saw her perform in Zurich, 17 with Gorillaz. I was 15 years old. That's a fucking W, bro. They have a song called Garage Palace together. I was hooked. I gotta listen to that, actually. I didn't know Gorillaz and Sims collab. That's crazy. She is still underrated. She deserves way more listeners, without a doubt, bro. Like, she's putting out incredible records.
Absolutely. I agree with you. But okay, let's go on to Dez, big OG in the community. Much love to you, my friend. And you said, rank my top 5 most played rap songs over the past 6 months. All right, I'm up for the challenge. The Ills Dance, Celebration Logic, Lightyear Logic, Lost Forever, Trav, Vinyl Days Logic. So a lot of Logic.
I love me some No Pressure Logic, so Celebration's in a rank high
Yeah.
for me. But yeah, if I rank them from best to worst, I want to go Lost Forever as the best here. Then I'll go The Ills. Then I'll go Celebration. Then I'll go Vinyl Days.
and Lightyear.
Yep,
That's
same
pretty
ranking.
easy. Yeah, nice rotation, though.
Yeah, very
Nice
nice.
rotation. But let's go on to GM. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. You said Pinata is just as good as Mad Villainy. Alfredo is better than Bandana. Favorite songs off of Pinata and Alfredo. Also, glad JPEG Mafia has grown on y'all. Yeah, we weren't too big on JPEG Mafia in
He's
the first
grown,
list.
though. He's fucking grown. I mean, he
Well,
has
he's-
my
he's-
album of the year right now.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
he's actually grown as probably one of our favorite rappers out right now.
Yeah,
to
he's
listen
someone
to.
that we speak about and bring him into a lot of concepts and series too. He's just fun to listen to. He excites
is.
me, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, in terms
Pinata
of,
being as good as Mad Villainy, I can understand where you're coming from, but no. I still don't think so. But Pinata is one of the best of the decade. There's a lot of weight to that album, but Lou, you could agree with me on that?
absolutely. But
Okay.
talking about Alfredo being better than Bandana,
I disagree.
no,
I
I
disagree.
still don't think so.
Yeah, and then after that, you said favorite songs on Pinata and Alfredo. For Pinata, Higher, of course, Thuggin', just so many great songs on there. Alfredo,
I would go Pinata,
Shitsville.
Shitsville for sure. Then I would go High. Then I would go Self-Titled. Thuggin' for sure. So many. Then looking at Alfredo, 1985,
God is Perfect.
Babies and Fools with Call Me the Machine is stupid.
That's a stupid song.
Stupid song.
So yeah, probably the favorites there. Also glad y'all JPEG Mafia has grown on y'all. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in.
Right.
But let's go on to 24Key Logan. Much love to you, my brother. I hope you're doing well tonight. You said the movie script is still in development
Nice.
stages. I can't wait for all to read it. And will go crazy once he finds out what album it's based on. It's such a creative mind.
Okay.
Such a creative
I
mind.
feel like I think I know where this is going. It's either going to be T-Pab or 2001. For 24K Logan, you don't have to say if that's
Yeah,
what
you don't
it
have to
is,
say
but
what it is.
I feel like that's probably what it is.
But I love that you're script writing. That's an incredibly hard thing to do, and
Mhm.
just world building, and it's such an incredible thing to see. So I'm so happy for you, Logan. Continue going with it, and you'll see the heights at which you'll be able to achieve. Please continue going. And yes, I mean my DMs are always open. You know, I follow you guys, so send them to me whenever you want, bro.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go on to Lolo. Much love to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you so much for coming through. And he said, my top 3 songs in hip-hop, Doomsday by MF Doom, Crazy by Tupac, I Want to Smoke by Gangsta Pat, Thoughts, and Gun to the Head. What's your top 3 in hip-hop? Okay, so your top 3 is obviously valid.
Mhm.
Crazy by Tupac's a classic. Doomsday is incredible. And I Want to Smoke by Gangsta Pat. I've never really gone through it, so I'll have to go listen to that. And then after that, Gun to the Head, what's my top 3 in hip-hop? As far as my albums go, I'll give you 2, because this is going to be an episode on one day for like our... Well, no, I could give it to you. Yeah, I've given it out already.
Well,
2001
we've
to
done our top 10 rap songs of all time.
top 10 rap albums.
Yeah.
We've never done our songs. So I could give the albums.
Yeah.
So I'd go
But
2001
this is
to...
top 3 songs he's asking about though. 'Cause he named songs too.
well, top 3 in hip-hop. So that could kind of mean whatever.
My top 3. He gave his top 3 songs and then he said, "What are your top 3?"
I can't give the top 3. That's going to be an episode. That
Yeah.
would be revealing too much. But I'll give you my top 3 rappers and my top 3 albums, just because we've done both of those episodes. So top 3 rappers, Nas, Jay-Z, and Biggie. Top 3 albums, I would go 2001 to Pimp a Butterfly, and then after that, Illmatic.
I have the same top 3 rappers as Ant. That was something that ended up unfolding in the episode to our surprise. Well, not really to our surprise, but that was still interesting. And then top 3 albums would be Illmatic, Ready to Die, Good Kid, Mad City. Those would be my top 3 rap albums of all time.
All right.
But yeah, let's keep on running this. Next up, The Sultan Effect. Pleasure to have you in here tonight. Much love for your generosity. You said Utopia versus Astroworld. Met y'all at Rolling Loud LA. Much love. Much love to you, bro. Hope that we got you in a video or something. That'd be a cool memory. But speaking about the album battle, I mean,
I'd go Astro.
we've gone over this a million times, to be honest, and I still stand with Astroworld.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Still to this day. Next up, Maddox Harris with a super chat. Much love to you, Maddox. And you said Polo G is top 3 in this generation of rappers. I mean, he's someone that after the GOAT album came out, I'm like, you know what? This kid has something to say. There's a lot of room for improvement with the production, but he really could be someone. The way he's sort of going into this conscious trap bag, this could make some noise in the game. But after Hall of Fame and after the recent singles, he's just
Plateau.
flatlining.
It's a bit of a plateau, if I'm being honest with you. And I can name you 3 better rappers right now out of this new generation. I go Baby Keem, I would go Little Sims, and then I would probably go with
Cordae, Jid.
Jid.
There's countless that are better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, man. But
In our opinion, at least, you're entitled to yours, and I'm still always eager to hear new Polo G, if that counts for anything. But
yeah,
let's keep on going. Next up, we have Suat, all the way from Europe. Much love to you. Your first time super chatting. We appreciate you and welcome. And you said, what is your take on Kendrick's Element demo leak? Really interesting. And I feel like production-wise, he definitely went with the better beat for the version that stayed on Damn. But I would have loved to have had that verse on there.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, was it needed? Not really. It would have been sort of close to like a part 2 of Control with how many rappers he's name
And
dropping.
I'm so happy with Element too.
Yeah,
It's one of the best songs off.
But
of
he
Damn.
went in on Sean. I don't think it was like that much of a jab.
No, it was like
That's why it's like, it was cool to hear that he was in that headspace still in 2017. But I think it was for the best that it wasn't included. I'll be honest.
I agree.
But I do feel like we are missing that element of competition in hip hop today.
Jay Electronica with the False Prophet stuff, that was cool too.
That was cool.
That was fire.
And
Who
he
else?
didn't diss Drake, by the way. Like a lot of people think that he did.
Yeah, he didn't directly mention
He,
Drake
didn't,
either.
he said his name, but he didn't diss him. He said like, Big Sean, if you want to come at me, it won't be as easy as like Drake beating Meek Mill in a battle. That's kind of what he said. But yeah, either way, was it needed? Did it need to be on the song? I don't think so. Next up, though, we got Chase once again, who's been on a fucking tear tonight. Thank you. You said, what are the odds we get Ant's mixtape by the year's end? When are you dropping the mixtape, bro?
I don't know. I had a mixtape to drop. What do you guys want from me? You guys want curation? Actually, imagine, yeah, like, would you would consider an NFR, like, mixtape or album at a point?
Curated? Yeah, for sure.
That'd be crazy.
Put us behind the boards, for sure. Get into our Rick Rubin era? Yeah.
Start doing some shit, for sure.
I'm with it.
That'd be crazy. But okay, let's continue on with this. Let's go on to Farksy. Much love to you again. You said, thoughts on Gorillaz. Plastic Beach is a top 5 song of all time to me. I got to give them an honest listen still to this day. I'm not super familiar with their catalog, so I've only heard great things about them, though. And I think I actually have seen them live at a festival.
Oh, yeah?
And the performance was incredible. Yeah, but to speak about their catalog, I'd be uneducated speaking
Yeah,
about it.
I've gone through Plastic Beach briefly, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to say too much, to be honest with you, on Gorillaz. Next up, though, we got Hey K1 Lua. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. You said, hey, I hope you guys are having a great night. Gonna see Travis at Madison in December. Also, thoughts on Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Seems like a lot of the community are fucking with the new Olivia Rodrigo. It's awesome to see. We haven't spun it just yet. And seeing Travis in Madison Square Garden, that's going to be a moment, bro.
That's going to be a
We've
massive...
seen Travis multiple times live. He always brings the energy. And he knows how to really do great crowd control.
Yeah.
He's really good at that.
I've seen him in like arena format, and I've seen him at festivals as well, and you're in
Same.
for a big treat. And yeah, I kind of spoke about Guts before. I haven't given it a listen yet, so once I do, I will be able to give you guys an honest judgment. But all right, let's go on to RH. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. You said Kanye will have album of the year if it drops.
At this point, I mean, listen, we had said October. That's the rumor. So, yeah, I still don't think it's dropping. Like, I keep switching back and forth between, like, it's dropping, it's not. And now I'm back on it's not dropping.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what ends up happening. Next up, though, we got Weezus with another one. 3 for 3, completing the hat trick tonight. Thank you. And you said, what's your favorite film of all time?
Goodfellas for me.
Yeah.
If I had to name one, yeah, I think it's going to be forever Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, Inglourious Bastards.
Goodfellas, Django Unchained, I would go.
Shawshank Redemption
is definitely up in there as well.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan. It's an incredible film. Taxi Driver, that as well is in my
First 2 Godfathers are there for me.
Yeah. Kill Bill series as well. Probably my favorites.
Yeah. A lot of those for sure. But next up,
you know what's actually an incredible movie if you guys want to learn about Quebec heritage? The Rocket Richard movie, bro. That movie is absolutely...
I saw it like in school.
It's really
They
like...
played it for us in school.
Like
It was cool.
if you really rewatch it and like take the time, because maybe you're a bit younger, like it's really... It's a movie I actually go back to like very so often to watch. The acting is incredible. It's emotional. They depicted the history of everything perfectly. Like It's an and you know Vincent Le Cavalier actually plays Jean Beliveau in the film.
Really?
You never knew that.
No, I never knew
Vincent
that.
Le
What the
Cavalier
fuck?
plays Jean Beliveau.
Oh shit!
in the
Was
film.
he that good at it?
He was just like it was kind of like a filler sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay, it was an extra. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Well, because
cameo, though.
because Jean Beliveau was 6'4", he was tall as well. French Canadian, kind of had a similar facial structure, the black hair, like kind of put two and two together. It works well, you know.
That's sick.
Hockey player as well. But okay,
When did Le Cavalier retire?
Vinny Le Cavalier like retired in like 2013.
Yeah, that's sick. When I was following hockey, he was still around.
Hockey.
He played for Tampa, right?
Played for Tampa
Yeah.
his entire life.
Yeah.
But now he's with the Canadians actually. He's a hockey advisory with the Canadians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played with the Flyers actually up until 2015, and then after that he retired with the Kings, in 2016.
And he was a center, right?
He was a center.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
His highest season for point total, I believe, was. Actually, want to take a guess what his highest season for point total was?
For point total, let me go with 90.
It is 90. It's
Oh,
90
yeah?
exactly.
Yeah.
2006, 35 goals and 40 assists. Actually, no. Am I lying? Yes, I'm lying, bro. I'm lying so hard. Actually,
Oh shit! What is it?
it's actually 108
Oh, okay.
in
Okay.
2006.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, 52 goals, 56 assists.
Oh, a
That's when he was
killer
playing with
season.
Martin St. Louis.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was a crazy fucking team. He
Mhm.
was just on the verge of cracking 1,000 points, actually.
What was that offensive line? It was Le Cavalier, Martin St. Louis, and who was
Mike Richards.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty scary.
That was a scary line. Anyways, continue.
Okay,
going
next
on.
up, we are now at Geo Sleep. What's going on, Geo? This is your second one, I believe, tonight. Thank you so much. And you said Simbi is the best rap album of the 2020 so far. Absolutely. I'm totally on that boat with you, brother. I cannot stop advocating for this album. The most, I would say, cinematic production. All the live horns, guitars, orchestral instruments, everything is
Inflow's a goat.
masterful. Simbi's rapping is just extraordinary. Excuse me, getting some hiccups and some burps today. My bad for that. But yeah, Simbi's a flawless album to me, and I really regret not giving it that perfect score when we did review it. That's a regret. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's an album change.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's keep on going. Next up, we got Inspirate once again. What is going on, Inspirate? You said top 3 movies and movie soundtracks of all time. Okay. The movie soundtracks is a bit harder to think of, but I'll go with first the movies. I'm gonna go with Goodfellas. I'm gonna go with Inglourious Bastards by Tarantino, and third place. Philadelphia with Tom Hanks is really up there for me. What else would I go with? Saving Private Ryan 2 is up there.
I'll give you my top 3 favorites. Not what I think is the best. My
Yeah,
favorites
favorites.
for favorites to watch. I would go Goodfellas. I would go with Good Will Hunting, and then after that, I would probably go with Django Unchained as like my favorites.
Inglourious Bastards, Goodfellas, and then another fucking favorite of mine. Give me Step Brothers as a comedy. I can't stop laughing my ass off,
Bro, it's
even after
crazy.
the 50th listen watch. I can't stop.
Goodfellas changed my life.
Goodfellas, yeah.
Goodfellas changed my life. Got the hamster wheel going. One of those movies, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
And movie soundtracks of all time. Well, I don't really know. Like, I wouldn't be able to like specify it to top 3 movie tracks of all time.
movie soundtracks of all time.
But you know what? Like, bro, Goodfellas' movie soundtrack was crazy. Like classics on classics on classics. Like that moment of like when Gimme Shelter comes on, when like just goes like Henry goes to Pittsburgh, bro, and he's like chopping up coke in like that girl's like kitchen
Yeah.
and then flying back and forth.
You got like Rolling Stones in there. You got Cream in there. Like you have serious classic rock bands and also classic jazz. Like just crazy soundtrack. 500 Days of Summer with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That movie had a really good soundtrack too. Stuff from the Smiths and more modern tunes as well. 80s pop in there too. That's a great soundtrack. And then a third movie soundtrack. Guardians of the Galaxy. What am I saying? The first Guardians of the Galaxy has an amazing soundtrack of like 70s disco and shit. So, yeah, those are some that come to my mind right now.
All right, let's continue going on with this. Let's go on to Weezus once again. Much love to you, brother. And you said, forgot to say Mind the Green Mile. Yeah, the Green Mile is incredible. I was actually watching that on the plane on our way to New York.
I just watched the Green. That was one of those classics that I hadn't ever watched.
You've never watched the Green
one?
one?
I just watched it 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, for the first fucking time.
And
Incredible
from start to
It's Tom Hanks, bro. This guy is an icon. And yeah, I love all the twists and turns in the tale.
The harsh irony of the movie as well. Incredibly written. It's a very big slow burn though. If you're not into slow burns, it might not be for you.
Also, the actor that played the prisoner John, I can't think of his name. Incredible. He was so good.
I
bro.
believe he passed away actually.
Oh really? Fuck.
Yeah.
Rest in peace if that's the case.
It was Michael Duncan.
Yes, Michael Duncan.
Michael Duncan. Did Michael
John Coffey. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, Michael
Duncan.
Duncan.
He passed in 2012. 54. That's sad.
He passed away. Yeah, he did a lot of crazy movies. Did you ever watch him? Have you ever watched him as Kingpin in Daredevil, the 2003 movie with Ben Affleck?
No.
Never watched that movie?
Never watched Daredevil, no.
You never watched Daredevil from 2003?
Good movie?
No, it's corny, but like you
There
just
you
want to.
go.
But you
That's
just want.
why I never
But
watched it.
listen to this cast though. Okay, you're gonna buzz, but listen to this cast. All right. Ben Affleck, Michael Duncan, Carrie Gibbon, Scott Terra, bro, and hold on a second, bro. Who played Bullseye in there? Jon Favreau.
That's sick.
Ellen Pompeo, and there was someone else, bro. He played the Irish dude in the English guy in what movie, bro? What's the Matthew McConaughey movie where he's like kind of like
The Gentleman?
Yes, he played the Irish
Colin
dude.
Farrell?
Colin Farrell plays Bullseye.
Okay.
There we
sick.
go. Yes, Colin Farrell, bro. Yes,
Oh shit. Okay.
that's a good movie as well.
Okay. So, well, you said it was corny, so I don't know anymore.
It's just because like it's that 2003 like hyper realistic like fucking.
Let's see what RT said. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes had for this. I'm curious.
Like, bro, yeah,
43%. Yeah.
bro, fucking Jennifer Gardner and like Ben Affleck like fighting in a playground and shit, you know? Because like Ben Affleck's obviously blind because
Daredevil character.
Daredevil's blind.
Yeah.
It gets weird. So I don't know. But
Interesting.
anyways, let's continue going on with this. Go on to Harold Kumar. Very interesting name.
Harold and Kumar, another classic comedy
the first
movie.
time that was the first time. Remember that we were in elementary school. The first time we ever watched that was
Yeah.
together. Incredible time.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Incredible movie.
Classic.
Then it made me want to try White Castle for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. And thank God
Apparently it sucks. I still need to try it
said
though.
no, but I'm
it's
saying
on my
no.
bucket list. No, we gotta do
No,
it.
we're not doing it.
We gotta do White
No,
Castle.
no.
Bro, for sure.
Never have we
Those
been on a
little
business.
sliders. They
No.
look pretty good.
We've never been on a business trip and said, "Fuck it, we're stopping at White Castle."
We haven't yet.
No, you stop
I'm
at bro.
down.
You stop at Chick-fil-A first before we go spend money at
Just
fucking White
saying, I
Castle.
want to try it, man.
You just want to try one
I
slider.
want to try it one time.
All right, but yeah, I gotta give Yeet his flowers. He surpassed Cardi. No way. No way, Harold. Stop that. There's no way.
Bruh. What's
There-
crazy is that he has more albums out than Cardi. I don't know if you ever thought of that, but
He does. But good shout out to Yeet for dropping consistently.
Mhm.
But no way.
No.
No way. All right, let's go on to a very generous donation from our brother Coleman.
brother, you really didn't have to.
No,
man.
you
Come on.
really didn't have to do this. Absolutely incredible to see you in here and just supporting us, bro. We really appreciate you as always. Said Drake and SZA, what's it gonna sound like? What is Fate's gonna sound like?
I think Fat D. For all
Okay,
the dogs. Yeah.
because I didn't see the D in there. Geez, my bros. Well, our brother Coleman is a very, very, very talented person, and we'll leave it at that.
One of the most talented.
Do you realize, guys? Do you realize Coleman produced, bro, fucking Schizo, Meltdown, and I know off of
Guys,
Utopia?
3 of the best songs off of the best album of the year, arguably.
No, bro. I swear to God, Coleman's an
Coleman is
an
one
animal.
of, one of
bro.
the best artists and composers in the game right now. Our brother. Thank you for everything, bro. And speaking about what this album is gonna sound like, we've been going back and forth about it a lot. I don't know. I'm expecting.
Something a bit darker in tone, but also like with a mix, sort of like a View sort of situation.
That's what I see. Just a really big mixture of everything that we know Drake for. But I want to hear that classic sound. Like, to me, like, throw in a Kool and the Gang sample in there. You know what I mean? Throw me in some funk and some shit that you would have used as a sample back in the So Far Gone days. Like, that's production-wise something that I want to hear. But I think you're going to get a lot of, current and modern sounding Drake as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a must. But yeah, Drake and SZA, Coleman. We'll see how it turns out, bro. We're definitely going to talk about it after it drops. But yeah, guys, put some W's in the chat for Coleman.
Absolutely. All right, let's go into Jalen Hurts fan. Much love to you, my brother. Thank you so much for another super chat. And he said, how much do you guys value artists that produce their own stuff? Is it a big thing to you guys? I'm a producer, and Kanye, Travis, and Tyler are my favorites. Yeah, we love DIY rappers. You can't even consider them rappers. Like, example, Mac Miller. Like, even J. Cole. J. Cole is such an underrated producer. Like, produced a good amount of his catalog
Fucking
as
Chief
well.
Keef, bro.
I know, like, these are some talented dudes, some talented musicians. At that point, you have to call them a musician. If they're playing live instrumentation and even doing vocals and stuff like you're a musician at that point. So yes, it definitely adds points. And like you said, sometimes the best artists out of the genre are the DIY artists.
Yeah.
So
All right, next up, we're now at Levi Turner. Thank you so much, Levi, for the generous chat. You said, Harmony Korine is releasing a new film starring Travis Scott called Agro Drift. It's shot entirely in infrared, and critics are mostly between 1 and 10 or 10 on 10 reviews. Be on the lookout. I fucking love that, Levi. And there's a couple of directors that I followed over the years that always have like 50% Rotten Tomato scores, like people like Nicholas Winding Refn. And I always love seeing those movies where like people can decide if they love it or hate it.
Of it, yeah.
'Cause it's just so interesting. It's like, where do I stand on this?
I can't imagine a
this bridge.
film shot in infrared though.
Yeah, that's
that
gonna
must
be
hurt the
cool.
eyes.
And Travis Scott starring in an actual film. It's going to be interesting.
That is going to be interesting.
But next up, the last super chat of the night comes to us from Jalen Hurts fan. Thank you. You said, Dune is my personal favorite right now. Zimmer, the GOAT. Hans Zimmer, obviously a fucking legend. He's done so much for movie soundtracks and scores. And then Dune being your personal favorite. I haven't watched Dune yet, to be honest with you.
I haven't not.
Really,
I have
really,
watched Dune. Yes, I have.
And good?
Yeah.
I heard it was
Very
long.
good.
I heard it was a bit slow.
It's a bit of a slower movie, but you'll like it.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Listen, we're going to take a little break before we hop into the next stream, which is happening in about 20 minutes. We will be going live on Patreon to react to Magic 3, the last album by Nas and Hit Boy. This will be a historic moment. If you guys do want to bump the album with us for the very first time, check out the link in the description. It's going to be a party over there. It's going to be a good time. You guys get to have your say on if every song is fire or not. And next week, guys, For All the Dogs. Also tonight, Drake, SZA, new single, new video from us. Join the conversation. Video will be up very later on tonight. For sure late tonight. But nonetheless, keep your eyes peeled for all the content that we have coming up. As always, guys, it's an absolute pleasure. Shout out to Jack, Blakeney. Shout out to Inspirate, all the members. Also, everyone else that came in. Newton, Greg, Unknown, Rose. We love you all. We thank you. We hope you have an amazing night.
And thank you to Levi Turner, who sent in a last-minute badge as well.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you,
We
Levi.
love you guys.
Appreciate
We'll catch you next time. Peace.